on Sunday, I went to church, but I actually woke up late. But I said, I have to go. It's been a minute.
What time is late?
About 10:25.
That one, that's short service in my church. I used to make it for
I woke up
12 o'clock.
But I missed about, let's say, 45 minutes of the preaching. And it was really good. Like, I went to church in Dubai, yeah, but it was, it's not the same. Okay. Yeah, it's not the same. It was too calm. It was too...
Because they not do die. Sorry.
That's Mosby.
It was just too... Hello, welcome. You can sit down. So today we'll be looking at Psalms 51 verses 2, and we have been. I was just like,
you're rude.
I'm like, okay, where is the praise and worship? Then the praise and worship happened, but we were still kind of like sitting down. You know, it was so chilled. You could just.
There's no noise.
I was like, all right.
It's not by that one.
It's not by that one.
God will still answer what he wants to answer.
I know, right? But we are just used to it.
But I love the way it made me realize that there is a way that we as Nigerians praise God that is very different from any other culture. Yeah. So I really liked being back and being in church. So that was it. That was
praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
When I get up to over the weekend on Friday, myself, Ibukun, and Poladele and Dupe, we went out to shoot. So we went to the Palms Mall. Okay. So we just used the opportunity to just do some extra things.
Like
Aside shooting, just play around. Yeah, let's just leave it as that.
But usually you guys call me when you're on the island.
Yeah,
like
but
so what happened?
We didn't plan that we'll be there like that.
So that's
so it just happened and it was late.
Sly.
So you can face Poladele and the rest.
Sly.
Not me.
Man, I want to know what the playing around is, because you have a way of drawing information out of people. What was that playing around?
Play. P-L-A-Y.
Was there bouncy castle there? We kind of...
I don't understand.
It's just play.
Okay,
moving on. Before he set me up, on Saturday, I went to Ikeja City Mall. Shout out to Pepsi, all the draws that we've been talking about. So it was the raffle draw day. And of course, shout out to people that won. I saw some guys that won tickets right here on the show. They won things there again on that day. So shout out to Pepsi and of course, Silverbird for putting that together. And yes, early Sunday morning, shout out to Israel Adesanya. Yes, who emerged the new undisputed UFC middleweight champion. Yes, this guy, a Nigerian representing us, and of course, the boxing fight was what everybody was talking about. He knocked out his opponent, Robert Whittaker, at the championship fight, which held in Australia. And of course, it's based in New Zealand.
18 wins now, straight.
It's based in New Zealand. Seven fights, and yes, 7. And of course, the cruise of the whole matter was his parents were there. And when he won, he did the usual. Nigerians, even when you're out there, especially from the Yoruba side, even if you're out there, you must still prostrate when you see your parents. Like, it's like inside. And of course, that was exciting. And of course, when he was doing his interview after the win, his cousin called him. And he even interrupted the interview, like, it's my interview, right? So can I talk to my cousin? And I was speaking Yoruba with his cousin, and that was just the cruise. I liked it. Shout out to Adesanya.
Representing us.
Yeah, representing us. You know how we Nigerians, we like to farms. Arike is asking if he's single.
No, I mean, because you mentioned his mother, you mentioned his father, you mentioned his cousin. So I was expecting like, oh, maybe a babe too or something. But
we could ask him.
But you went out on Friday, you went out on Saturday, you were doing shots, staying in hotels, and
in hotels. Wow.
So that is it on my over the weekend.
Okay.
Then on Sunday I went to church.
Hallelujah! Is that why you're like, looking distant today?
You know when you go to church, then you have to start. You have to start the week.
As he's not showing us cleavage.
Then maybe Monday afternoon or Tuesday, you just go back to the world. Sorry.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is it on Over the Weekend. We'll be right back with our entertainment news. Don't go nowhere.
I'm done with you.
I love this vibe though.
Adekunle Gold, I think he's making that switch from the whole Yoruba thing to Alte, like full Alte.
And I just love the way that we are just loving this alternative music. We're just like, it's becoming like a thing. Nigerian, part of us, part of our culture right about now.
That was Adekunle Gold.
I think Besebo will still listen to.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Really cool.
Sensible music.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys, you checked out Adekunle Gold with Young Love. Now it's time for our entertainment news. First up, Big Brother Naija records first female winner. Now, Big Brother Naija reality star Mercy Eke has emerged as the fourth winner of the reality show. Mercy, who became the last female standing in the show, which was tagged Pepe Dem, beat 4 other housemates as Mike, Fraud, Omashola, and Sheyi to win the 30 million naira cash prize and a brand new car and other gifts. Now, all this sums up are winning to 60 million naira.
Wow.
Mike, who, you know, emerged as the first runner-up, was also announced as the winner of the Arena Games for having the best time, and he took home 2 million naira cash prize. Now, with this win, Mercy Eke becomes the first ever female to win the Big Brother Naija reality show. Now, the Big Brother Naija Pepe Dem season ended in grand style after 99 days with thrilling performances by top Nigerian music artists such as Tiwa Savage, M.I. Abaga, and Pato Rankin. Congratulations, Mercy. Lambo!
Okay, so as in this Big Brother season, though, it kind of surprised me because when it started, I'm like, oh, I feel like last season buzzed more than this season. You know, Double Wahala was, you know, more massive, or maybe because I really followed that one. But then finding out that 240 million votes went through to Big Brother Naija, I was mind blown, and 50 million just this last week. I'm like, wow. Yeah. So do we think that this season?
No,
so the thing is, and this season, I didn't watch like I did last year, or you know, the Bisola set. Maybe online, I'll just catch a glimpse of here and there, or you go to the salon and they're watching it and stuff. That was the way that I watched. It wasn't like I sat down and I was trying to follow up, but there were just some people that you could not take away from the fact that they were chilled. Mercy, Mike, Omashola at this time, Sheyi, you know, those cool people, they're cool people, so you would know them. And because obviously, when Big Brother is going on, it's like half of social media is talking about it. In fact, if not 90%. So you're just like, okay, you have no choice but to follow, and you know who's going to win, or you'll be able to
I didn't predict Mercy winning though, but I'm very happy that she did. Yes, because I mean, before the whole Tacha and Mercy thing, Mike, I thought at some point that Mike was going to win because he was like the crowd's favorite, cool sweetheart, married man that did not do any bad thing, you know.
I think people really liked Mercy before the fight thing as well, because Mercy already had a strong fan base. Trust me, I'm a fan. So I mean, people were already following, and I would go through her page and I'm like, hey, God, this person to support. This person to support. You know, and I knew for a fact that to an extent I was scared because we've never had a female winner. So I was like,
oh, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
You know, so I was like, maybe Mike or maybe Omashola, but at some point I started to feel like, nah, Omashola is doing the worry thing too much, and people are just like, oh God, we're tired. You are giving us the same script we've been reading since. Give us something else. But for some weird reason, Mercy was just very real. She was very. I love that Ameribo accent, as I call it. I love her love story with I remember how the first time they started talking, the way they fight, like this minute they're like, go away, gangster. And the next minute they're like, you know I love you. I'm like, you don't talk to me like that.
With the Igbo accent. Shout out to Mercy, and of course, shout out to her body.
But you know, she's actually very petite. Like,
what was that?
The body.
What was that?
Like, amazing.
Shout out to her body.
Yeah, aside every other thing, which was key to her winning this show. People said they loved her behavior, her character on the show. And of course, she was friendly to virtually all the housemates.
Yeah.
We cannot just remove that body fact. I'm not body shaming, or I'm not...
No, she's hot. I'm not body shaming.
No, but like the way he just said it, shout out to Mercy, shout out to her body. I'm like, first of all, I thought it was B-U-D-D-Y. And I'm like, oh, body. Like,
B-O-D-Y,
so the moment she stepped right on that stage,
like she said she was coming to kill everybody with the body.
Wow. This is the real Pepe. I remember saying that, and I was like, this one, she came ready.
Actually,
this one, this is the Pepe. And you know, she wore black of what she wore yesterday. She wore the white.
Like, this girl came prepared for this show. I don't think she repeated clothes that much.
I'm really happy because I actually feel like she deserves the win. You know, when you hear her life story and when she talks about her brothers and she talks about her family members, you know, I think it really endeared Nigerians towards her to feel like, okay, this is one of our own. Because in as much as I really liked Mike, it just felt like she deserved it more. You know what I mean?
It's like money going to money.
But then I also want to commend Big Brother Naija for the organization. I mean, this is the first time in Nigeria, and I think they did it.
Nigeria?
No.
Second time. There was a first Big Brother 13 years ago.
Oh,
the one cartoon one that Ebuka was part of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they shot it in Nigeria, in GRA. So Big Brother Nigeria is back in Nigeria, in Lagos,
Nigeria. Okay, so second time in Nigeria.
inside just that they might not do Big Brother Nigeria next year. It might be Africa or so is it All Stars? All Stars.
Yes, we missed the Africa one, so they can just switch it up on us. And
that one was it Big Brother Nigeria or Big Brother Africa?
Which one?
The one in Jerry.
It's Big Brother Nigeria. The first one.
Okay, the very first one. All right, but they did very well this time around.
Congratulations,
Nepa did not
Mercy.
take lights.
Wow.
Anyways, moving on to our next story. Yes, MI versus Vector. Yes, the Nigerian hip-hop scene is popping right now and filled with a lot of drama as top rappers have been dropping these songs to call out to one another. It all started a few weeks ago when Nigerian rapper MI Abaga subtly called out Vector on his lyricist on the Roll Award during a recent viral cypher. Yes, Vector then dropped 2 different diss songs to address MI following this. Well, after all MI's efforts on social media to lend out a friendly hand to Vector was met with a brick wall, MI finally replied Vector on a song titled The Viper. This song has, however, gotten a lot of Twitter reactions with many saying MI is currently winning the battle. What do you guys think? Have you heard Vector? Because people just keep shouting, MI ask you Vector. Some people actually have not listened to Vector's own. Vector has done 2. He did the Purge and he did one with a brand cypher. Yeah. So have you guys listened to Vector's own?
I have.
Well, so I listened to Vector's tracks.
Yeah.
I watched his interview with Daddy Freeze as well. And I feel like maybe if most people watch that interview, they'll probably get where Vector is coming from. Because most people are just like, true, MI said, Vector has not helped anybody. They're just, we have different purposes in life. You might be that person that, you're always ready to take on everybody. And there's just some people that love their space. Now, initially, when I listened to MI's
The
Viper, I was like, oh my goodness, how do you insult someone, preach the best? I don't understand, like, it's like all in one. And I was like, man, MI has killed it this time. Then I went back to listen to Vector's own, and I was like, okay, wait, what's going on here, really? Because there's been this subtle beef between the two of them. And I was like, okay. I saw this on YouTube when I was searching on it, and I watched the interview. And in all honesty, I kind of stand with Vector. Initially, I posted something on Instagram like, all those memes about Vector crying and everything. I'd already posted it on my Insta story like, laughing. But when I watched that interview, I took down everything and I was like, I stand with Vector. I'm not standing with anybody. Okay. I'm not like, but in all honesty, I think I get where Vector is coming from. Let me not say I stand with
Where is he
Vector,
coming from? But I really like to know, where is he coming from?
Exactly. So, one, people keep saying, Vector is jealous and everything. No, I don't like people. I mean, and then someone sent me something saying, MI congratulated Vector, and Vector was like, bro, you're typing too much. And I'm like, yes, I will do that if I know that you really do not like me and you're coming to my page to be showing fake love. Don't show me no fake love. It's time for us to take, we are adults, be accountable for what you do. I don't like you, I don't like you. I think because that's the way that I function, that's the way that I live my life. If I don't like you, I don't like you. There's no need to sugarcoat anything. There's no need to be
okay.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the first half of the show. There will be daily top 5, our game later on the show, and then it will be time to hear your truth on the Truth Syndrome Monday. In case you missed it, the topic today is between the one who stood by you when you had nothing and the one that made you have everything. Who will you marry? Those people here, guys, will be back shortly for the second half of the show. Don't go nowhere.
OJ, why do I know your answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back. Yes, sir.
Yes, and I bind you on this, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bind you. All right, guys, welcome back. It is still E-Splash, and so far, we've brought you the news, rewind, celebrity birthday shout-out over the weekend, Tweetville, and now it's time to cheer it off. It is Appreciation Monday, so in a minute, one of us will tell us what she is currently grateful for, because obviously OJ has been around for a week. We're not expecting you to be grateful.
Wow.
We're tired of your gratefulness.
Oh my God, I'm grateful.
Let somebody with a broad body be grateful so that we can be inspired to perspire, to respire.
Okay, what am I grateful for? I think I'm very grateful for the young Nigerians, the youth who are giving us a good name. Yes, actually. The ones who are giving us a good name.
Okay,
the ones
nice
who
one.
are giving us a bad name, of course, I'm not associating with them. But the ones who are actually very hardworking, who are putting in the efforts, who are saying, you know what, I'm Nigerian, and yes, you might know me as being a fraudster or a scammer or someone that cannot be trusted based on stereotype, but here I am, I'm going to put in the work, and I'm going to make sure that I come out on top of my game. And I'm saying this because just looking at an experience I was in the plane, I'm not going to mention the airline, and my hand luggage was sticking out of the cabin, and then the air hostess is like, oh, whose bag is this? I'm like, it's mine. Could you help me to do it? And she's like, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. I'm not going to do that for you. So you have to come out. And obviously, this treatment was because this was a plane filled with Nigerians, because this was the only time that I experienced this kind of thing, because it was an obvious dislike for us. And I don't really blame foreigners who have this dislike for us, because we are really put ourselves out there with a very bad image. So I'm very grateful to see people, you know, when I go out and I see people who are actually putting in the work and hustling, I'm like, yo, it's not easy. Sometimes it looks easier to go the bad routes, the fast routes, fast money routes, but you putting in that effort, shout out to you.
Malians!
I like.
Wow.
We didn't mention anybody. Oh, gee. Why are you saying Malians now?
I didn't say
Is it because your hair is down?
I didn't say anything like that.
Do we need to pack it up so that you can behave yourself?
Let's just move on.
We're grateful on your behalf, my sister.
Wait, so this Thanksgiving
now,
Thanksgiving now, there's we cannot say lunch on you today.
Guys,
thank you for the gift you bought, by the way.
My location.
Thank you for the gift you bought for me, by the way.
Look at you, you're learning. Oh.
But lunch on you still.
On that note, let's do a news recap. Arike, over to you.
All right, we told you about Big Brother Naija, the record's first female winner, which is Mercy, a.k.a.
And of course, we talked about the beef happening right now in the pop scene, MI versus Vector.
Yes, indeed. And that's it on our entertainment news recap. Now we'll go on a quick music break, and when we come back, it'll be game time! Yay! Who has been winning?
Me!
Me!
Me. Right back, guys.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and of course, it's Monday, and of course, True Syndrome Monday. It's time for TSM. Our TSM question today is between the one who stood by you when you had nothing and the one that made you have everything. Who would you marry? Ladies, who would you marry? The one that's grass to grace, or the one that we just, let's just go on? Amanda Dara.
I want to bring a little bit of my feminine side to this.
Wow, Chimamanda.
Somebody cannot give you everything, first of all. Everything you need in life is within you. But yes, we're talking maybe materially, like, okay, house, car, this, that. I wouldn't stay with that person. I'll stay with the person who stood by me when I had, quote unquote, nothing. Because the same way a person can supposedly give you everything, the same way the person can take it away. Now, if the person is giving you everything, I prefer people who would teach you how to fish rather than give you fish. So first of all, that's not even my type of person. I don't like someone who like take car, take house, teach me how I can make enough money to buy a car.
For giving you everything, it could also mean that the person taught you how to, or maybe got you this good job that, you know, has now made you who you are, something like that.
That's very true. But then still again, I would stay with the person who stood by me when I had nothing, because there's something very interesting about life. You can be there, right? You can have that privilege, that platform, that advantage. At the next minute, especially if you're into business, next minute you're back to drinking Gary. So can I drink Gary with that person? Do you know what I mean? There's some people that are attractive when they have these things, but when they remove it, you're just like, yeah. I'd rather be with a person who last though, we're drinking Gary but laughing. Do you know? So that's me.
Dimples.
Dimples.
Nigerian Lagos girl.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, break it down.
I don't know. It's a two-way thing. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm not going to lie. Because for me, loyalty is everything. Like, I mean, if you can be with me when I don't have anything, it means that you have my back for life, whether I have it or I don't. But then again, at the same time, you know how you get to a certain level and you outgrow some people?
Yes.
Like, so it's one kind. If I'm dating someone and the person has been with me when I was poor, but then now I'm like a TV star or something, and it's not like I can't go back to you, but there's just maybe the way that we think, it will be a problem. So honestly, can we go and check?
No. Myself, I think I will go for the person that I'm with and I had everything. So maybe that person
Boys.
is like, no, this is not a case of boys. This may be the case of grace. That person is bringing goodness into my life.
Wow.
So I'm with this person.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm with this
So
person.
the other person is bad luck.
And
As in-
kinda. I'm with this person.
Men are
and
what?
Scum.
No, men are great. I'm with this person, and everything is just being rosy for me. I think I'll stick with that person. And the usual template of, you can imagine your situation when you people now fight, the guy will now be shouting, "I made you." I don't want anybody to be giving me that drama.
Yeah, but then if you stick with that person, they would give you that
So
drama.
we are in this together, and it's becoming rosy for us. It's not that we stayed together, we were drinking Gary,
No.
then we now made it. You now say, "But I stayed with you." If I can break up with this one, we made ourselves. Not this one, you know. And I stayed with this person. We're drinking Gary that year. Now he has made money.
Men are what?
Men are great.
So here's the thing. I feel like you have to know the personality of who you are with.
Exactly.
Because you're very right. Some people want that, let's say you want the glamorous TV star, but the only person that you are seeing right now is the person who is selling groundnuts. So you stick with her because she's an available person. Then you now become a big, person that is selling containers or, bringing in containers. Then you now go for the person who is a TV star. Know what you are looking for in life. Because personally, I know that I can't be with a billionaire that doesn't make me happy. Because I know that about myself, it makes money seem less important than other things.
You people concur, Nigerian girls.
And then at the same time, I can't be with someone who cannot afford basic stuff because
Exactly.
for some weird reason, you just start to resent the person. Like,
Actually.
no matter what, maybe the love will be there, but as they say, love is not everything. Neither is money everything.
You see, it's coming out.
So
It's coming
you
out.
have to be, I don't know.
We cannot drink Gary for long.
Because if I'm telling you, oh babe, I want to take care of, I want to do this, I want to do stuff. I mean, we're both at the bottom of the pot, so obviously there's no money. I'll need to ask you for diapers, money for diapers and all that, and you can't afford it. I'm going to be irritated. Like, what are you now using your life to do?
Clause, we need to add in this
that
clause.
thing,
It's coming
Having
out.
nothing does not mean you're not going to grow. So me, I'm going to say, when I say you're not going to have nothing with me, doesn't mean that we'll remain at nothing for 10 years. No, that one is cross. No.
guys feel that way though.
No. Anyways, guys, Honeypot took our TSM question to an event recently and got massive feedback. Take a look.
TSM, it's Truth Syndrome Monday.
Hey guys, so I am the one out and about today, yes, asking the TSM question. It is the Truth Syndrome Monday, and what exactly are we asking today? We are asking the question, who would you marry between the person who stood by you when you did not have anything and that person who made you have everything you have now? Who exactly are you going to marry?
TSM, it's Truth Syndrome Monday.
The person who stood by you when you did not have anything, and the person who made you have everything you have now. Who would you marry?
I think the person who made me have everything I have now. I mean, that's it.
Whoa. Person that stood by me when I had nothing.
You didn't even have to think about this twice.
I'm faithful. I'm very loyal.
Oh, I'm already the one that stood by me. I mean, the past led to me making it in the present. So I think I'll marry the person who stood by me, yeah.
I married the person who stood by me when I did not have anything.
You don't even have to think about this twice.
No, why?
The person who stood by me when I had nothing.
Wow, like you did not even rack your brain for
Because I'm loyal.
The person who made me have everything I have now.
You didn't even have to think about that twice.
I think I'm going to stick to the person that was with me from the very beginning, through thick and thin.
To be honest, I think I would pretty much just go with the person who stood by me when I had nothing.
I think, yeah, one is giving me everything right now. Yeah, I think that I'll go with that one because maybe I'll be cranky and miserable because I didn't have anything before, and we'll see where that goes. But it's still, if it doesn't work out, then we'll try something else after that.
The person who stood by me when I never had anything.
Like, you don't even have to think about it twice.
No, I don't think about it twice at all.
The person who stood by me when I didn't have anything is probably the person that made sure that I didn't have anything.
So, who are you going to choose?
I choose the person who, with the person, I become more, I become bigger, I become greater.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
and that's who I married actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, that's your story?
That's my story.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow.
TSM, it's Truth Syndrome Monday.
Yes! So, I am here again after asking the question, the Truth Syndrome Monday question. Who am I going to choose? I am that very loyal, faithful person. Probably I'll choose the person who stood by me when I did not have anything. Or, wow, very difficult. Yes, would like to know what you think and who you will choose. Back to the studios. My name is Honeypot. Catch ya.
TSM.
All this political...
Honeypot, this kind of answer is not acceptable. Somebody who stood by me, but it's hard. Listen to you in the studio. One day, I will do this TSM. Me too, I'll be passing to people in the studio. Okay?
So people were shouting,
but I like
yes, no.
Yeah.
That's the angle I came from.
It's an interesting angle, but it's not all the time that it follows. You know, it's not all the time that it follows that because you met someone that, you know, everything started working.
Compliment me and let's just blow.
And let's make people understand that it's not just material stuff. There's some people that you're in a relationship with them. Like, I would put this into relationship in all honesty. You're in a relationship with them and you guys don't have anything. But then you just meet someone, maybe you guys start off as being friends and this person is like, I really believe in you, pushing you to do this, pushing you to do that. For me, moving with people that are passionate about what they do and are very like energetic, it's contagious. It's like contagious energy for me. So if I'm with someone who is just like, we don't have, but I believe that with time.
I think this question has to do with context. Because that thing you're saying is context. The person who stood by you when you had nothing could also be pushing you from nothing to everything. And the person who gave you everything could also have been giving you advice. And it depends on the context in which you know, we're talking about this.
That's why I can't really just say
look at your situation.
You too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go on a break. And when we come back, we'll be taking your reactions on Twitter and, of course, Facebook and phone calls. Don't go anywhere.